the main entrance. Kind of give you a look around.
I'm Director of Social Services.
Hi, Donna. You and I corresponded via email.
I was looking, yeah, I recognized when marketing had told me, I said, I recognize the name.
Yes. It should be in there for at least 30 days.
There's a salon.
Yep, we have a beauty salon here. Our residents in assisted living have, I think Tuesdays is their day that they come down to get their hair done. Just for the staff, how often that she wants it done, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. This is our clinic. This is for our independent living residents. They have the benefit of coming to see our medical director and our nurses when needed, as well as the, this is our salt room, and we do have a pool.
Oh, I see it over there.
Yep. She would just have to be, if she was interested in using the pool, she could be screened by the fitness coordinator, and they would orient her to the pool, and then she could use that at her leisure.
Is there soaking or a hot tub?
There is. Yeah, there's a hot tub as well and an infrared sauna.
Is it open?
And is it a ramp access or?
Right now, steps. We do have a lift, but it's not functioning. This all just got renovated within the last year, and for some reason the lift is not functioning like they wanted it to, so it's out of order until they get it. Yeah, I can't figure out how to lower the volume on that.
She's amazing.
Thank you.
So this is the entrance to the
Yep,
assisted
so
living.
this is our entrance to assisted living. Residents have their own mailboxes, and it is the expectation that they would check the mail themselves. It comes right in from the post office. We don't have access to it. And then as well, if she was going to have any transportation and medical appointments, they'd pick her up right here at the door. And this is our entrance to assisted living. It's 3 floors.
And now, Donna, when we communicated via email, you said that at this point, the only room you had available was a studio? Is that
I have
still-
studio apartments on the 3rd floor is what's going to be available.
Okay.
And there's elevator.
There are. So this is an activity room. We have parties here. We have the benefit of being able to go outside when it's nicer weather for entertainment.
Parties here.
Residents do
Puzzles.
play cards.
They play
A lot of
cards
bridge
here.
players
Do you know how to play bridge, Mom? There's a prayer chapel.
We are about to start a renovation in April, where we're going to be going to 1 floor dining. Well, they're going to start the construction for 1 floor dining. Hello, ladies. Hello.
Hello, how are you? Great.
Hi there. Don't mean to scare you.
Dining room.
So right now we have dining on all 3 floors. So there's about 17 residents that dine on each floor. Come April, we are going to start a major construction where we're going to be going to 1 floor dining, the start for 1 floor dining, and it's going to be cooked to order. Right now the meals come on a steam table. Residents choose their meals a couple of days in advance.
So they're going to renovate and then the meals will be cooked to order.
Served to them at their table. The benefit of that is if they order something and change their mind, they have the availability to just swap it out. What's going to be nice, a lot of construction, so I want
also
them
a
to start
sitting
to finish,
area
so there
here.
will be times where they're not doing anything.
Right now there's 3 dining rooms, 1 on each level,
So,
but they're planning on doing some construction where they're going to build 1 large dining room where all residents dine together.
Next year. I have 3 people, I have 1 moving into the 1 floor, helping the residents. From
So there's a nurse on
11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. There's a nurse on
Residents are sleeping, typically not getting
on
any
duty in
meds
case you
overnight.
would need help with
So we have
anything.
1 nurse and 2 aides. Here they use a pendant system, so in the event of an emergency or if they need to communicate with the staff, they just push that pendant and they go right to the room. We ask that the residents don't come looking for them because they're not always at the nurse's station.
Right.
Just push that pendant and they'll come right to the room, so.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, which part?
About the pendant?
The pendant, so it's like a life alert pendant, but it alerts them on their Sarah system. It's a hip phone, and they come right to the apartment. to
Okay, so
communicate.
if you would fall or something along those lines, there'd be
just-
someone
or not feeling well,
not feeling
or
well,
a
whatever it might
question.
be,
Yeah,
they'll
not
come
only for
straight to your room.
emergencies. So that would be in addition to the care that they're providing on her plan of care. So the morning care, afternoon care, and PM care. Anytime she needed somebody, she would just push that pendant.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna head upstairs.
You got an elevator,
Yep,
so
one elevator.
no worries about.
Hey, Simone.
All right, so this is one of the hallways leading to the residence areas.
So this is our main, right now, our main activity room. When they start the construction, because this will be part of the dining room, activity, the main area will go upstairs to the third.
So the dining room's gonna be on the third floor?
The dining room's gonna be on the second.
Oh, the second floor,
Yep, so when
okay.
they start here, this will move upstairs.
So it looks like they're setting up for an event, some
Yeah,
kind of.
so
Kind of
Cindy
Mardi Gras event.
Seward is
Yeah.
our activity director. She's been here for almost
Hello.
15 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Simone is her assistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love one. Can I take green? That's my favorite color.
Oh, Mardi Gras celebration today. Oh, thank you so much.
I got a green one. Thank you.
You're so sweet.
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
We'll take one for our girls.
Yep. And then the ramp here also connects us to independent living where the pool is, so we'd be
Okay.
overlooking the pool. There's a fitness center up there and then the library.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna head back this way.
And the library has like books they can
Yep.
read.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
okay.
Full library. We have a librarian who's an independent living resident.
Oh, we're on the second floor. I thought we were on the third.
I know.
In the springtime, we have families who, unfortunately, their residents are no longer with us, but the families still come and do all the flowers for us.
Oh,
On the
that's so
balconies.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
so all
on the
family.
second and third floor, there are balconies, so you can sit outside.
Okay, again, same setup. We have an activity room with the balcony, your dining room,
And a fish
the
tank.
lounge
And,
area.
oh, a fish tank, nice lounge area.
Hey, Bonnie. Every floor has its own laundry room, so residents can choose to do their own laundry, or we can do it for them. Clothes would just need to be labeled, and that's $65 a month. So they'll take it once a week, they'll wash it, fold it, return it, and put it away for the resident. Okay?
Okay, so they have laundry service.
$65 a month.
Yep, $65 a month. Or you can do your own.
And if it's a matter of her just getting the laundry down there, the staff would carry it down.
Everybody has their doors decorated.
They can help with that.
Little tables, little ornamental things. So we're about to go into one of the apartments here. This is a studio.
Yep, so we're currently under renovation. This is a studio. Third floor apartments have closets here instead of kitchenettes. I'll show you on the first floor when we leave the kitchenette, but this is what's gonna be available.
A nice
So a
big
nice double
closet.
Okay. Studio apartment. So how typically, bed would be over to the left where the pull cord is, and the phone cable is over on this wall, so they set up the room, separating, table or desk over here to the left.
So she doesn't have any kitchenette or anything.
This
Not
one
in
would
this
not, the availability of this one would not. You have 2 closets and then your bathroom.
So right now they only have a studio available, but they can put you on a waiting list for a 1-bedroom. And when it
So
opens
housekeeping
up
weekly.
and you come up on the list, you can move to a 1-bedroom.
Housekeeping weekly, but staff removes garbage daily.
Okay.
There would be a plan of care, so we would know how much assistance she needs from supervision to complete hands-on care and all her activities of daily living. Say she's just supervision, but one day she wakes up and she's not feeling well, she would just push that pendant, let the nurses know, and they would come in and assist her.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that, she can only have that supervision. If she needed additional care, it's not a problem to do.
What about furniture?
You would provide your own, you furnish your own room.
Okay.
Cables included and basic cable and telephone are included.
Any limitations on decoration,
No.
painting?
Painting, yes. We would paint for you, and there would be a charge for that. If there's a color choice, they would give you choices of color, and there'd be a charge for
If
that.
she wanted to put 100 pictures on the wall, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Our maintenance could hang them, or the family could.
Okay.
As well as a TV too, if you wanted to mount the TV. If you wanted us to do it, you just provide us with the mount.
And what about internet service?
So she would get that through Cox. If she wanted
Okay.
it, that would be a separate agreement with Cox. We do have it's very confusing, I have to admit. We just started, we got a bundle package with Cox for the community. So it's $45
Closet
for cable
here.
and internet. You pay us, it goes on her monthly fee.
Another closet here.
But you still deal directly with Cox to set up the service and for them to maintain it.
$45 a
Yeah,
month
we were
for
trying to get-
basic
yeah.
cable and internet.
And internet, yeah. In an effort to bring it down, because the residents were paying high into the $60 for that, we were able to do an agreement.
Okay.
Are you allowed to bring in like a mini fridge and a microwave?
Yeah, so a lot of residents in this room, they typically put a mini fridge and a microwave
Okay.
right here. Don't allow toaster ovens.
Okay.
Coffee pots are.
Okay. I was just thinking, you know, if we wanted to like make her a meal and bring it, she could just microwave it if,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
snacks or
And
anything.
she can make her own coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coffee.
Yep, 3 meals a day, plus 2 snacks. Again, if she chose to go over to the main dining room or the cafe, she could have that in lieu of eating here. So say the family wanted to have a meal with her, you could reserve a table in the main dining room. Her meal would be taken care of, and then the guest meals would go on her monthly service fee.
Any other fees, anything extra other than the prices that I already
So
looked
I
at?
put ancillary charges in there as well.
Okay.
So anything that we would be providing for her, say incontinence supplies, insure, anything like that. Wound care is additional.
Got it.
Any of her activity of daily living care is included, medication management's included. So they give her her medication as prescribed by the doctor. If she's seeing her outside primary care physician, they would be in communication with that doctor. If there's any changes, she can choose to switch to our in-house medical director. He's here on Thursdays. The nurse practitioner is here Monday through Fridays. So say she switches to them, she's not feeling good, Holly comes right to the room to see her. There's no going out. If she has specialists or a primary care physician that she goes out to, the nurses would be aware of the appointment, make sure she's eaten before or after, make sure transportation's set up, whether we're doing it or the family. Then when she returns from that, they would get any updated orders to make sure that they make the proper medication changes. We will provide sheets and towels, sheets for a twin size bed. Anything larger, we ask that the family provide at least 2 sets because we do change the sheets weekly, and that would be included in her cleaning if we're doing the laundry for her. If she has an accident or there's an issue, they'll change it immediately. They're not going to wait. Same thing with a shirt or pants. If she happens to spill on herself, they're going to take it and wash it immediately for her. They're not going to, if it's something significant, they're not going to wait and put it in her laundry.
Right.
Yeah, they're really good at taking care of that.
Okay.
And I saw there was a motorized wheelchair out there, so you do have residents here that are in
We do. They
wheelchairs.
just have to be screened by therapy to make sure that they're appropriate to use it. And I do think they still have a policy where you have to sign an agreement, you know, a liability agreement.
What about just like a normal wheelchair? Are those allowed? Okay.
Yeah, she just has to be a one-person assist, and she has to be a participant in her care.
Okay.
So with the residential model that we have, there needs to be the help of one staff member with any transferring, toileting, showering, or dressing. Okay.
Got it.
Any other
All right,
questions?
an entrance fee?
We do not. We do not have a community fee right now.
Okay.
And if the sheet has it on the bottom, disregard it.
Yeah, but there's something that says non-refundable.
Yeah,
community fee.
disregard that. No,
Okay.
I got
And
that.
this
With renovation coming, I don't
This
think it's fair.
healthcare line?
So that's important to know too. So this would be assisted living. We have 3 levels of care for a studio. So that's how much help we're providing her. Would determine what level of care she's in.
Right.
Memory support and healthcare are considered our higher levels of care. A direct admission, which she would be into assisted living, does not guarantee placement in our higher levels of care. Those
Okay.
are typically held for our contracted residents who move throughout the continuum.
Right.
If we have availability and we're able to work it, we're happy to do the transition, but those beds have to go to our contracted residents
Right,
first.
right.
Now, God forbid she falls or goes out to the hospital and has a skilled need, which is where she probably is right now for rehab services, we do have short-term rehab, and she absolutely would get consideration for that.
Okay.
For her to be able to come to us, because she is considered our resident, to rehab with the intention of her coming back to her apartment.
To assisted care.
Yeah, now if she wasn't able to after that rehab stay, we would work with you to help find placement somewhere else if she wasn't able to have a long-term bed down there.
But moving from like assisted level 2 to assisted level 3, she stays in the
Yes.
same place?
Yep,
and-
yep, so just to give you an idea, level 1 would mean that she needs help in one area, physical help in one area of activities of daily living. Again, that's bathing, dressing, toileting, transferring. Anything above that is a level 2, and then you move to a level 3. When she's at a level 3, which is our highest, meaning she requires the most hands-on assistance, that's when we start talking about what the next level of care is.
Right.
So what's a level 2?
Level 2 would be help in 2 to 4 areas. So anywhere from supervision to one person. When she got to the point where she was completely dependent on all those areas of physical help is when we would start having that conversation.
Okay.
So if she was able to still participate in her care, that's not a problem. If she ever got to the point where she needed more medical skilled care, again, we have LPNs and aides, they're not able to provide that level.
Got it.
Speaking of a wheelchair, if she was in a wheelchair for long distances, say the beauty salon or the cafe or back and forth to the dining room, that is included as well. Our aides do escort them.
Okay.
Or therapy, we also have on-site therapy, so if she was going to therapy, they'd either come in her room and work with her, or we'd bring her down to the therapy gym.
And they're allowed to move freely around the building?
It's not a locked community, so she can come and go. We just ask that she sign out, so in the event of an emergency.
I meant just within the building.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just.
Yeah, even just off the floor, we ask that she sign out.
Okay.
Yep, so in the event of a fire, we know where she is. If she was to go with the family for an extended amount of time, and those were during medication times, the nurses would pack up her meds and give it to the family to provide while she's out.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Any other questions you can think of?
Who gives the medications? The nurses or
The
techs
LPN.
or?
We have LPNs and RMAs here, registered medication aides and LPNs. Yep, and they have to give them. A lot of our residents want meds to be left for when they feel like taking them, and of course the nurse has to give them to them as prescribed.
And how many aides are there per shift?
One, so one on each floor. One aide and one nurse, except for that 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. You have one nurse and 2 aides in the whole building.
Okay. Hold it. And each building,
For assisted living.
okay, so like the 3 floors of this.
Have one aide and 2, one nurse and 2 aides, yep. So in the event of an emergency, there's a nurse here, an accident. If you wanted overnight checks to make sure she hasn't fallen, those are things that can be scheduled with the aide to come in and check on her.
And that's 7 days a week, including weekends?
Yeah. Yep.
Any other questions for you?
The pendant, are they required to wear the pendant?
Yes, and we're gonna remind them what it's for and using it, because part of being appropriate for assisted living is you're able to use it and willing to. If you're gonna be a safety concern, that's gonna be an issue, because we do have to follow regulations of the Department of Social Services, and one of the regs is the resident has to be aware of any safety concerns and that they're willing to push that pendant in the need of help. So say that we know she's a fall risk, but she doesn't want to bother anybody or, be embarrassed if she does have an accident and she's not willing to push that pendant, she continues to get out of bed and fall, there's going to be a conversation of, is this the appropriate level? Because it's, once they close their door, they're completely private. So we need to know that they're safe. But there's help right outside the door whenever she needs it. So my goal is to always keep them safe and independent as long as possible. We are not going to take any independence away from her. We're going to make sure that we encourage her to do the things that she can continue to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there other options other than a pendant?
You
Wrist,
can,
they got a wristband or something like
Yep.
that?
And they also, some of them put them on like chains like this and just tuck them in, so you can't even see them. And I know in the store they sell the wrist as well.
Okay.
Or some of them just clip them on. They have clips, you can clip them on your pants. I know a lot of them like to just keep them on the rollator, and I think that's close enough. But the first time they need it and it's not close enough is when we're gonna have the serious
Yeah.
conversation of, okay, where is it?
Well, sure, like, I mean, is there a pool cord in the shower?
Mhm.
There is.
In the bathroom, not in the
Okay.
shower.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but every time we come in, we're gonna note where that is located. If it's across the room, we're gonna remind them to use it.
Right.
Every time we leave, we're gonna say, if you need us, just push that pendant. So we're always gonna want it within arm's length. So if it's across the room and they're in the couch, we're gonna pick it up and move it next to her. You know, we're gonna continue. Water, we bring water and ice twice a day, because we wanna make sure that they're staying hydrated, and keep those urinary tract infections away. So first and second shift, they'll replenish her water and her ice and kind of just keep a note if she's had any of it.
Right.
Yeah, and we provide them with a little thermos, but a lot of them like their own.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the average response time for, outside medical help?
What do you, 911?
Yeah, you know, by the time you call it 911, an
I
ambulance
do
shows up.
not know that.
Okay.
I do not know that
What-
information.
Do you guys know where the nearest hospital is?
Centerra is, Riverside's right down the road. It's less than 10 minutes away. It's right down J. Clyde. Yeah, you have Riverside, Centerra, and Mary Immaculate being the furthest of the three hospitals the residents choose from.
So did you say, just point of clarification,
Sure.
that you have a nurse practitioner here, or
We do.
physician's assistant, so that could be her general practitioner?
So Dr. Haji is our medical director. He would
Okay.
be the overseeing doctor, and then Holly is the nurse practitioner. She's here Monday through Fridays. They cover multiple buildings in the area, but she's here Monday through Friday at some point every day.
Okay, so she could help with like the medicate, like if she needs medication refills, we wouldn't have to take her out to a doctor just
Nope.
to get a medication
Nope,
refill.
and say Holly's not here, or the doctor's not here, and she's not feeling well, the nurses are going to, they're not RN, so they're gonna call the nurse practitioner or her primary care physician to say, this is what's going on, how would you like us to proceed?
Okay.
They're gonna take the direction from the doctor. Do you want 911 call? Is a medication change? Do you want us to change the routine of how we're doing things?
All right, so they manage all of that.
Yeah, so what's nice about the in-house is that, say that evening she's just a little off and the nurses note it, one of the benefits of having our full-time people is they get to know the residents really well, and they know before we know when something's going on, or if the family calls and says, I was just on the phone, she just doesn't sound right, they'll call the doctor just to alert them, and then the next day when either Dr. Haji or Holly are here, they'll come right and see the resident. So there's no the lead time.
And she would have a phone in here too that we can call her?
You would provide your own phone. Yep. Yep.
Alrighty.
That was another point I wanted to make about the NPAID, went out of my head. Yeah, but there'll always be that communication, you know, whether she has an in-house doctor or an out-house, they're always gonna give them a call to
Okay.
find out, you know, how they want us to proceed. But of course, if it's a medical emergency, they're gonna call 911
Right.
first. If it's anything that they determine is not, then they'll call the doctor. The other benefit of having an in-house is that they are in direct communication with the doctor. We have very slow communication with the primary care physicians
Yes.
outside,
No doubt.
and that causes a delay in care under my regulation.
Yes.
Because if the doctor doesn't get back, we can't change the medication, and there's a delay in care. So we do find it easier in-house. We also have an in-house pharmacy through Walgreens. It's OmniCare. So because the medication here has to be bubble packed, it can't be in the resident's room, and it can't be in the original bottles. They actually have to be bubble cart packed in the med cart. So OmniCare will do that. Even if you choose to use an outside pharmacy like Heidenwood, then it would be sent to OmniCare to be bubble packed and sent back to the community. Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. They always come after, so.
Well,
Yeah, we're all like,
He recorded
Yeah.
every word you said, so.
yeah. So, but the questions come, yeah, so.
So this
Right
one
now,
is currently not available.
This would have a mini fridge and a microwave.
But this,
Stainless
there
steel.
is an option possibly down the road. It has a little kitchenette, microwave, fridge, some cabinets. But we can put a microwave and mini fridge in the other room that we just saw.
What is that?
That is the heating unit
okay.
and air.
So some cabinets.
Is there space for a coffee pot over here?
So someone's obviously moving out
Yeah.
here.
Now you have the bigger closet here, so you're gonna lose a little bit of living space because now this becomes your double closet.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one has actually a little bit less living space because of the kitchenette. but everything else is the same. This is a studio with a kitchenette then?
Yes, and your bathroom's a little bit smaller because they take more room for the closet on the right.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
I mean, really, who needs a huge bathroom?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, look, you can get a seat too. That's nice.
That's plenty of room.
Yeah, it looks like they hung that up themselves, I assume. So if you need a little
Does the
bathroom
bed
cabinet
in the
or,
corner, or
Nope, the bed can come out this way, it can come this way, yeah.
And so basically they can arrange it in.
so the one they have available right now, I think is on the third floor.
It's a very,
So you would have a nice view. I think Chris took a picture of the view. We'll share that with you.
Has is a queen size bed.
But, so just the difference is, in the other one, this is a large closet instead of the kitchenette. But like I said, we can still bring you a microwave and mini fridge into the one without the kitchenette. They have so many activities. Catholic Mass on Sunday, communion during the week, bingo, Bible study, bridge, Uno, so many things going on.
Tomorrow, so that gives you an idea how many.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, so this is where they hold church because the chapel's not big enough. They have about 80 people, they said, that attend church. And so this is the room where you would come to church. Right now they're having choir practice. But you could, use your wheelchair to come down. So they have a little gift shop. It looks closed right now, but that's nice. It's called the Portside Boutique. And then down here they have a cafe that you have access to as well. Nice little sitting areas. We can come down here at the cafe and eat with you. So there's the cafe. Some young ladies having some lunch or breakfast. Looks nice. Another, looks like dining room or possibly a room you could rent out. They said you can rent out rooms to have, if we were all down here at the same time, they have a room that we can rent out. It's really a beautiful facility. Very clean, very, very clean. There's some outside seating. Come out and sit here. There's more on this side.